Echo remain. Despite the commander's yelling, the dog continued to run past the collapsed beam. Moments before, the rescue team had been sent to an abandoned factory on the outskirts of Millbrook after a gas explosion had shaken the foundation. Fires and drones scanned the interior for movement or heat signatures. He heard voices and the groan of steel under pressure, and his handler swore and lunged after him, but Echo had already slipped into the debris. The site was cleared, but Echo refused to leave the West Wing. He sniffed once, then his ears and tail twitched again, and suddenly he bolted like a shot, and the rescue squad yelled after him. Corporal Diaz's blood ran cold in that sector. Echo had never disobeyed a command in his entire career. Not once. Inside, the air was thick with dust and smoke. Echo crept through splintered wood and slabs of cement. Nose low, body alert. Then he stopped under a collapsed pipe and tattered canvas tarp. There was someone, a man mid-60s, bleeding from the head. His breaths were shallow. Hand clutched around a small metal object. Echo nosed closer and whined. The man's stirred eyelids. Flickering smoke clouded his vision, but when he felt the fur beneath his fingertips, something clicked. Echo. He rasped. It was Captain Jonas Reed, a retired K-9 trainer. Years ago, he had raised Echo from a 6-month-old pup, taught him signals, endurance, loyalty. They'd been split when Jonas retired suddenly after losing his son in a roadside bombing overseas. Echo had been reassigned. Jonas never said goodbye. He thought the dog would forget, but Echo hadn't. He hadn't forgotten the voice that taught him to sit, to search, to trust. He hadn't forgotten the quiet hours in the training yard or the hand that never struck, only guided. Echo lay down next to Jonas, snuggling softly against his ribs to provide warmth and stillness. Diaz peered at the blinking tracker on his wrist as he discovered something. The squad quickly cut through the debris to get to the two. After 15 minutes, Echo remained motionless until Jonas was safely on a stretcher. Only then did he raise his tail and lick the elderly man's palm in a faint wave, resembling a soldier greeting his commander. "Who is he?" someone questioned. Diaz turned to face them and replied, "His first handler, the one who trained him." According to the hospital report, Jonas would live despite having a moderate concussion and shattered ribs. Perhaps Echo had sensed something deeper in the days that followed, or perhaps it was just instinct. When spring arrived in the quiet of Millbrook's Veterans Park, an elderly man in a tan coat walked slowly along the gravel path. By his side, trotting a black German shepherd with a high head. No leash, no commands, just two souls once torn apart, now whole again. Echo rarely left Jonas's side at night, and nurses swore they saw the dog curl protectively around the man's feet as if guarding a memory only they shared. A week later, Diaz visited Jonas's room, and Echo was already there, curled at the foot of the bed. "He's due to retire next quarter," Diaz said softly, "and they'd like to offer adoption." Jonas laughed. "Sometimes a dog obeys commands, other times he obeys something more powerful, like love or the sound of home, and other times what appears to be disobedience is simply a promise maintained."